The Generic Congressional Ballot, also known as the GCB, is a political weather vane. It asks voters one simple question. Would you vote for a Republican or a Democrat for Congress if the election were held today? No names, just party preference. It's one of the best ways to gauge the national mood. As of May, Rasmussen Reports shows Democrats with a razor-thin lead, 45 to 44%. That's a 1-point edge, but it's a reversal from 2022 when Republicans held a 5-point advantage. Democrats have been winning back black voters, Hispanic voters, seniors, and high-income earners, while Republicans are still leading among white voters and voters in their 40s. What's more, Mark Mitchell of Rasmussen Reports posted on X that a trusted pollster sees the current GCB as D+2. That means Democrats are leading Republicans by 2 percentage points nationwide. His message was blunt. There goes the House if it doesn't change. If that spread holds, Democrats could flip the House in 2026. We now welcome Mark Mitchell himself of Rasmussen Reports. Mark, I'm flabbergasted, although I have some theories as to why Republicans may be feeling this way right now. But given the lack of messaging from the Democrats, how is this possible?
I guess Republicans once again snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That might be what it looked like. Listen, the political reality is, as you well know, when a president gets into office, usually that president's party does pretty poorly in the next midterm. And so that means that just historically speaking, the Democrats are going to do pretty well now. But the reason that this is kind of stunning is that Donald Trump, in many ways, with his second term, has defied all political realities. And his polling, up until really about a few days ago, looked like it was defying realities as well. Usually what happens is a president comes in with a super high honeymoon. That disappears in a month or two. And then they get to about the summer, and there's some major disillusionment that causes their approval rating to plunge. Happened to Biden, happened to Obama, and it happened to Trump 1.0 when they trotted out the Russian collusion hoax. But it didn't look like Trump was doing that literally until like this week. And I can only surmise that things like the big, beautiful bill not being as good as many Republicans wanted it to be, with talks of amnesty going on, maybe with stuff in the Middle East that some voters didn't like, and now this discussion about the Epstein file, it really does look like things are being derailed, and people will say maybe it's a blip, but also it could be a loss of political capital, and that's often really hard to regain.
Yeah, so I love your point there. I mean, often this is expected, but there is so many things about this year that it really defies political tradition. But if it's coinciding with this week, maybe social media is a terrible gauge of the average voter, but it just seems like this whole Epstein botching, and I say botching because I think it was a PR botching. I don't think it's anything more nefarious than a whole bunch of miscommunications happening amongst the administration and a few things being above certain people's pay grades. That said, I feel like that story, oddly enough, actually could have really deep effects in the midterms. It has to do with people's fundamental trust in Donald Trump, in his team, in Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, and that took a real hit this week when we saw the administration roundly reject pretty much a narrative that Republicans have been believing in for years.
Not just Republicans, literally everybody. Only 21% of Americans think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. That's less than believe in space aliens. And so that's part of the context. The problem is that their messaging has been all over the place. Like, they don't understand why voters are so concerned about this issue.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.